Chafer's was founded in 1901. We've been building our own sprayers since 1907, and through that time the business has been through a lot of changes, whether they are, whether the business was family owned through the Chafer family, multinational like ICI through the 70s, and then latterly through Yara in the 90s. The business is now back to being a family owned private business. So, we care about our customers. Every order is very important to us. Through history, Chafer, had a very wide product range. We supplied chemicals, liquid fertiliser, agronomy services, as well as our machinery equipment, but we are now very much back to being a machinery-only supplier. So Chafer supplies, all the liquid equipment we make, so the trailed and self-propelled sprayers, the placement equipment, chemical placement equipment, but we also have the Horstein brand, which we purchased in 2002, which supplies all the granular equipment. So that's fertilisers, seeds, granular chemicals, those types of things. So the idea is we have a complete range of both liquids and granular equipment made right here in the UK. How the business is actually set up to run is we have our own internal engineering department where we will design everything specifically to the customer's needs. Those drawings are then contracted out, or those fabrications are contracted out to predominantly suppliers within 1 to 2 hours of the factory, so we can kind of keep a close eye, keep a good working relationship with those guys. Those products will then be fabricated, coated to our specifications before they are returned here and picked specifically for customer builds. Every sprayer that Chafer produce is custom built for the specific customer's needs in there. So boom width, tank size, control specifications, all those types of things are built for exactly as the customer requires. We don't hold stock and then move, and then try and sell the customer that. It's very much a custom built scenario. So for example here, we're building a set of 30 metre F-series booms. They are built to specification. This replicates the quote the customer would have seen, but covers boom width, spray line size, spray line spacing, all those types of things to make sure that the guys in here are building exactly what the customer needs, from the drawings that come from the design office. So Chris here is building booms, so the drawings that come to Chris come directly from the engineering office, so any updates, revisions and such on there can be easily seen on the shop floor, and we can make sure that what we're building is bang up to date with our most recent revisions. Another part of the Chafer product range is our stream bar. So this is a liquid fertiliser stream bar for the accurate application of a low pressure stream of liquid fertiliser. We sell these bars all around the world, tens of thousands of bars, and it's a big part of the business. Obviously we do a lot in the UK, and as you can see looking at setups here, where we have a twin line setup on the machine, these can be mounted and left on the sprayer, and simply switch from chemical to fertiliser from the cab. One feature of Chafer sprayer that's very important is actually the corrosion inhibition. So every mild steel part is shot blasted initially to provide a key and also clean the metal, and then actually it's the base coat that does all the protection there. So there is a zinc rich base coat that goes on ahead of the yellow, to protect from chemicals, liquid fertilisers and such in there. We also utilise as many stainless features on the boom as we can, or across the whole machine actually. So return lines, the purge lines, feed lines and the spray line themselves, along with all the fixtures and fittings, are stainless steel, allowing these to provide maximum longevity, serviceability throughout the life of the machine. As well as the trailed sprayers we showed you in the other workshop, we also produce the self-propelled skid unit, at a separate workshop at the factory too here. So as many bits and pieces here again are, made in the United Kingdom. So chassis, fuel tanks, wiring looms, hoses, they're all, coming from UK suppliers here. So keeping that supply chain nice and close to us. The self-propelled has been a hugely beneficial, let's say, move for the business. It allows us to produce more sprayers, more spray packs, and gets us into a part of the market that we'd been out of for a couple of years there. So some of the main features and benefits of the Chafer self-propelled are the Bosch Rexroth transmission. So that's a CVT transmission there, gives us lots of benefits in terms of independent wheel traction control, fantastic load capacity in there, available to put big offsets on wheels, and behaves like a CVT for the customer. So very easy to drive, no change in ranges, anything like that. We utilise a Deutz engine and a New Holland cab. So we repurposed the New Holland forage harvester cab, and we can fit whatever the customer wants in there in terms of GPS. So whether that's John Deere, Topcon, Trimble, whatever they like. So absolutely suited again to the customer's needs.